Hi everyone, it's Matt here. Hope everyone's doing alright at the moment. I'm just out on a little walk to through Felland Copse, on my way perhaps towards Sidlow, see how things go. Only out for a little bit, of course, and this is the daily exercise, but I thought it'd be quite nice for some of you who are unable to see some of the countryside. So what I'm going to do first of all is somewhere I've been through quite a lot of my daily walks at the moment, which is Felland Copse, which is very close to me, which is good news. So let's see where we go. Right, so to get into Felland Copse, you have to open the gate over this little bridge, and then we're into the woods here, and the bluebells, which are at the moment especially lovely. I'll try and take you through a path through them so that we can enjoy them. They're about at their best now, probably for the next couple of weeks. What are we, mid-April, week after Easter, Sunday after Easter. Interestingly, the bluebells in this bit of the wood are out much later than a bit which I'm going to in a moment. So these will probably be best next weekend. Some really lovely bluebells along this stretch here. And then just coming up ahead of us is this remarkable tree. Now I'm not quite sure as to what sort of tree it is. I'm sure someone can tell me. It could be a beech. It's obviously gone rotten on the inside and has at some point been smashed right through, creating a hole. There. What's interesting in this lockdown, normally you'd hear the road much more than you can now. Hearing a lot more birdsong instead. And the railway line. The railway line's about 3/4 of a mile from here. Only very occasionally hear it. But because it's about the only thing of traffic that's around, here are the bluebells, which are just looking stunning at the moment. Look at that. There is all the way through the wood, all the way to Lonesome Lane. It's a field that stretches right along its edge, cuts the wood in two, just over there. I've never quite worked out why. I'm sure there'll be people who can tell us. There's obviously signs of sort of more ancient trees along here. You've got this sort of ancient boundary, I think, that goes along just along here on the left hand side with these much older trees, and there's a ditch and a sort of built up bank, which could be some ancient form of field marking, I suppose. The rest of the wood, well, you've got some hazel, largely a lot of hazel. I reckon this must have been formerly coppiced. There are some parts that still look as though they are coppiced, but there's some much more grown up hazel in here. A mixture of hazel, there's some holly, hawthorn, and a few bigger oaks and things like that, but I think much of that probably fell in the hurricane. You have this much more ancient looking old coppiced hazel and beech to our left. Now in a moment I'll be going right and heading down towards the path that takes us to Lonesome Lane. And there's a question that some of you might be able to answer. Why is it called Lonesome Lane? There's nothing particularly lonely about it, is there? some sort of story, a rumour as to why it's called that. If anyone does know, please do let me know, because it's the sort of thing I'm interested about. As my wife says, all the geeky stuff. Just walking through the more recently coppiced woods now. I think hazel was used for lots of different things in the past. Often used for charcoal burning, of course, especially in Sussex and the Weald. It's a traditional use. I think it's used for fencing and all sorts as well. I don't know if this is still used in any commercial sense, but I've often found that where you get hazel woods, you often get bluebells that seem to enjoy the sun before the hazel covers over the forest floor, woodland floor. But I have always enjoyed bluebells. Right, I'm now heading along towards Lonesome Lane and about to go down a narrow little path that I think goes between two people's gardens before we finally get there. So I'll head on down here, might speed this one up a bit. Right, well, that's the end of my video now. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please follow, like and subscribe. Leave a comment, all that sort of stuff. I'll try and be doing some more of these. I'm just going to continue on my walk now towards Sidlow, which I might record. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good day. Speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.